Hi everyone, this is Chris with ELS again. Just a little walkthrough about what to do after you've created an assessment. So you've created your test there and now you're ready to administer it to a group of kids. Here's what you'll do. You'll go to Easy Assessment, click where it says Open. So what we're doing now is assigning this test to a group of students. So under where it says Online, we'll click where it says Assign if we're going to do this online. So we'll click Assign. We'll type in a brief description there. The level is important to know because we need to know who created the test. If the test was created at the district level, we'll select district for level. If it was created by an administrator at the school, we'll select school, and if it was created by a teacher, we'll choose teacher. This particular test was created at the school, the one that I'm looking for. So I'll choose school and I'll find the test that I'm looking for. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was created by a teacher. See why it's important? So we'll choose teacher. There's the test that I'm looking for. We'll assign this test to this teacher, Aaliyah Ball. Now, if you're logged in as a teacher, your name will be the only name in that list. Where it says test date, that date is just the date that the data is going to be reported to. So we'll say that our students are going to take this test on the 20th, this coming Friday. Login type, you've got two choices there, either enter student number or list of students. If you select enter student number, after the students put in their 6-digit access code, they'll have to also put in their MSIS number or their student number. If you select list of students, they'll just choose their name from a list. Select your period. I think this was first period class. Where it says by class, you'll select the class that's going to be taking that test. Click where it says add class. Here's all of the students in that class. So we're completely done filling out this form. We'll click where it says save data. And so here's our assignment that we just created. High school math demo test. Aaliyah Ball is the teacher. Now you'll notice over to the right under assignment status it says closed. That's fine. What that means is students are not able to log in and change any answers on the test. What you'll need to do to open that for them is click this checkbox right here. Then click where it says with selected right above and open for testing. So now this test is open. We have the 6-digit access code there. Students will go to easyatest.com/testing to put in that access code. So this access code is 5CTD2Z. So here's our test where our sign-in page here. We'll click where it says next after we put in that access code. We'll choose a student from, well, just for demo purposes, your students will choose their name from the list. Click where it says log in, and they'll be able to take the test. So students will see this when they log in. They'll be able to choose their answer, click submit answer, move on to the next one. Now, on this page, you'll notice up at the top is the student's name. So if you're a teacher, you're walking around the classroom, you want to make sure that students are logged into the correct student name. Also up at the top where it says question links, everything that's highlighted in green represents an answer that a student has responded to. Students respond to the answer by choosing something from here and then clicking submit answer. So you'll notice that the question link, the corresponding question link has turned green. What that means is students are able to go on to whatever question they want, choose their answer, skip all over the test, and still know exactly which questions they have and have not answered. Also, you want to make sure that students do not click this back button up at the top. If they need to go back to a previous question, they can click previous, next. They can choose the number from the question links, but please make sure that they do not click the back button up at the top on the browser. That will cause a disruption and you'll have problems. Now, once students have finished taking their test, even if they're not completely done, if they're finished for the day, they need to log out. They'll need to click where it says I'm done. That will take them back to this page and will log them off of our site. So that means that the next day or whenever they're coming back in to finish their test, they'll be able to go back, use that same 6-digit access code and go right back to the test that they've answered. So all of their answers are saved as soon as they click Submit Answer. Now what happens if a student is logged off, or he does not log out, he just closes the browser, or if there's some other problem like a power outage or something like that? What you can do, if you go back to this page, you'll notice that where it says progress status, all of these students say that they are logged or has not logged in, and this one student is complete. That means that this student has logged out. He's logged in and he's logged back out. Now if we were to log in as a student, I'll just demonstrate this for you really quick. So I'm going to log in as Christy Baker. I'm going to refresh my page. You'll see where it says taking test. So if the program does not know that the student is logged out or the student is no longer in it, such as what happens when a power outage takes place, the student has not logged out, but the program still thinks that they're logged in, you'll have 3 icons there. So for this particular student, Christy Baker, it says taking test, but this student has actually logged out or has actually closed her browser. So in order for that student to get back into the program, you'll have to click this button, Unlock Student Sign On. So it's the second icon there under your Actions button. So once you click that, that will allow the student to be able to log back into the program. So that will save you a lot of time, and you won't have to give me a call. You'll be able to do that yourself. All right, so now once all of your students have completely finished taking the test, what you can do is put a check in the box, click where it says with selected, and then close for testing. So now this test is closed. Students can no longer log in and take this test. Actually, to be honest, I would suggest doing this at the end of every day, even at the end of every class period. Students will be able to log in. As long as that says open, students will be able to use that same access code and log in and change their answers. So please be sure that you disallow students from logging in while they're at home. You can either close the assignment, or you can click the pencil here and then click this button where it says access code. That will change the access code. Now the current or the previous access code that we were using before is no longer valid. It won't point to anything. So now that our test is closed, we notice another icon that's popped up, this green check mark here. If we click that green check mark, it allows us to go to this page, which will allow us the ability to score answers that are constructed response. So for instance, numbers 20, 23, and 22, 23, and 24 are constructed response answers. You notice how they're different from everything else. Teachers are able to score those constructed response answers by clicking here. If the student, so for instance, for Julius Anderson, would just click on the red box there next to or under 22. So for this particular student, he does not have an answer, but if he did, if he had written out an answer, it would appear in this box. We'd be able to view the question here. And this is a math test, so there's no rubric, but we'd be able to view the question there, and we'd be able to score the student's response by choosing a point value out of that box. So now we've seen the answer or the student's response there. We've seen the question. We've scored the student's response. We can move on down to the next student, do the same thing for that student, so on and so forth until we're done. Now once we're done, once we're completely done scoring, we'll put a check in the box. We'll go back to this this manage page here. We'll put a check in the box, click where it says with selected, and then publish to reporting. So now once we have published a test to reporting, it will never allow a student to log in and finish taking the test again. So please be sure that all of your makeups are done before you publish this test to reporting. Again, you can still unpublish it from reporting, but it will still never allow a student to log into it again. So please be sure that's the last thing that you do. So once we've published it to reporting, we can go up to assessment data, and we can see the results of our test on this page along with all of our other tests. So I hope that's cleared up some information. We'll post another video sometime pretty soon about viewing your benchmark assessment data. So be on the lookout for that. I'm pretty sure we'll release a message to everyone. But just for emphasis, our phone number is here. If you have any questions, please feel free to call us, 877-233-7833. We can also be reached by clicking live chat and putting in your name and email address and sending us a message. Thank you guys for watching.